Hello everyone. Today we will study lesson number 7, physical and chemical changes. Changes can take place all the time, all around the world. The day is changes into night, the bird grow into a flower, a seed grow into a seedling, bursting of a firecracker, burning of a paper into ash, rusting of an iron, cooking of food, digestion of food. These are few examples of changes that can take place all the time. So we can say that a change can affect shape, size, state and chemical composition of a substances. So in nature, two types of changes take place. One is physical change and second is chemical change. So first we will study physical change. A change in which only the physical properties of a substance changes, such as change in shape, size, color and state, and no new substance is formed. And mostly the physical changes are reversible changes. Let's see one example, that is ice is changes into water and again it go back, water is changes into ice. So for this we will take few ice cubes in a beaker and we will put it in open for 3-4 minutes. After 3-4 minutes we will see that the ice starts melting and it changes into water, means it changed into solid to liquid state. Again we will collect this water in an ice tray and keep it in the freezer for 30 minutes. You will observe that the water is changes into ice. Again the liquid is changes into solid. So therefore this process is a physical change. Again we will take one more example of it. We will take 50 milliliter of water and add 1 spoon of salt in it and we will mix, and salt and water solution is ready. Now we will put this solution on the burner for few minutes. You will see that after some time the water starts boiling and slowly the water gets evaporated and we get salt back. So this process is also a physical change. Now we will study chemical change. A chemical change is a change in which the chemical composition of a substance is totally changed. For example, rusting of iron. You will see that when we put a piece of iron in open for few days, after some time you will see there is a brown powdered material that is called rust, and this process is known as rust. Another example of chemical change is burning of magnesium ribbon and then mix water in it. So first we will take a thin strip or ribbon of a magnesium. We will clean it with the sandpaper and bring the tip near the candle flame. After some time you will see it starts burning with a brilliant white light. When it completely burns, it leaves behind a powdery ash. So magnesium has lost its property and a new substance, magnesium oxide, is formed. Now collect this ash in a test tube. Mix a small amount of water in it and you will see a magnesium oxide dissolves in water and a new substance, magnesium hydroxide, is formed. From this change we see that one and more new substances are formed, and chemical changes are irreversible changes. So a change in which one or more new substances are formed is called chemical change. A chemical change is also known as chemical reaction. So now it is clear what is chemical change. In addition to new products, the following may accompany a chemical change. Heat and light or any other radiation may be given off or absorbed. Second, sound may be produced. For example, explosion of firecracker produces heat, light and sound. A change in smell may take place or a new smell may take place. When a food gets spoiled, it produces foul smell. A color may change take place. A slice of apple acquires a brown color if it is not consumed immediately. A gas may be formed, for example, when solid limestone is heated, carbon dioxide gas is evolved or produced. If this gas is passed through the lime water, it turns milky. Then a precipitate may be formed in chemical change. When sodium chloride and silver nitrate solution are mixed together, a white precipitate of silver chloride is formed. Now we will study rusting of iron in detail. When iron is left exposed to the moist air, it chemically reacts with oxygen and water present in the air, and it forms powdery substance, iron oxide, which known as rust. Rusting of iron takes place in the presence of oxygen and air. The more moisture in the air, faster the rusting takes place. Is it clear to all? Okay. So rusting can be prevented by allowing the iron not to come in contact with moisture and air. The simple method is to coat the iron with some oil, grease or paint. The most effective method is to coat the iron with another such as zinc or chromium. There is a new term, that is galvanization. The process of depositing the layer of zinc on iron is known as galvanization. Rusting can be prevented by making alloy. For example, stainless steel is an alloy of iron, nickel and chromium that does not rust. You know that salt can be obtained by evaporation of seawater. The salt obtained from seawater is not pure, and the crystals are very small. The shape of crystal cannot be seen clearly. However, large crystals of pure substances can be formed from their solution, and this process is known as crystallization. It is an example of physical change. So students, I hope you have understand this lesson. Okay.